your girl Caro from Caro the Stories channel. We're having a fresh story today that's going to really make you happy. So, those who don't know me, I'm Caro from Caro the Stories. I'll give you my life experiences, the stories I've had, so that we may all learn from these stories. So, this is Caro the Stories, and you're going to get to learn how we do it, and that's how we always say how it went down. And thank you for tuning in. Please go there and subscribe, hit that button, hit that bell button, so that you know when I'm going to give you a new story. I want us to grow together. I want us to have this time to grow together, enjoy the moment, to spill this tea as it is. That's why I'm giving you my life history from when I was young, growing up. I have a lot of stories up to where I am right now. I have very many stories, but I don't have enough subscribers. Can we do this together? Can you hit that button, hit that like, hit that bell, so that we can be able to do what? To grow together. So this is your girl, Caro the Stories, with a new, fresh story. Today, I'm going to tell you a story that I grew up knowing that we all were getting this whole green card stuff wrong. We were all being lied to. We all have had stories about these green cards, that green cards, when you come here, you have everything given to you. But this story is a classic story whereby it actually happened to a friend of ours, a family friend, person who was very close to us, and we know the story, how it went down. So this story is going to really make you learn and open your eyes on how things are on the ground versus what we hear. So go grab your snack, go get a glass of wine, some cookies, popcorn. We are going to do it movie style. As we always say, we are going to do it movie style, because we don't want to miss anything. I don't want you to miss anything. So grab something, come back, pause, come back, sit down and relax and enjoy. So we are going to start the story before we all lose the points. Okay, he's going to have one character. His name is Kamau. Kamau was our family friend, and Kamau has always wanted to come to America. He just wished he could live Kenya life and come to America. So those days, who don't know how things were, I'm going to explain what used to happen. The 90s and the 80s, how people used to get the green cards. The green cards used to be applied on the daily newspaper. At the back of the newspaper, where we used to have advertisements, that's where you would find advertisement for green cards. So there was an opportunity to come and work, live, or study in USA. So Kamau was a friend to our family, and Kamau used to live back in Shags, and Kamau did not have a PO box. So he requested my dad if he can use the PO box of his address, so that if he can use the mail to mail this application for the green card, and so that when the green card can come back to our family's mailing address or PO box. So my dad was generous enough, and he gave Kamau our postal address. Back then, there was no emails, there was no internet like nowadays, where you apply online and you get your reply on an email. Those days you had to really apply like you're applying for a job. You write a letter and then mail it to the US, to the consulate office here in the US, and then they would respond back with the forms that you're supposed to fill for the green card. So Kamau started applying for the green card, and he was very excited. He was coming he came every month to my home and spend a night and to go to check his mail, or he kept calling our home to find out if there's a response, the consulate in the USA, whether he has gotten his reply for the green card application. So as I explained before, the advertisement would give you a period of how much time you have until when you can submit your paperwork. But as usual, mailing from Kenya to the US would usually take long, and that is how Kamau would do, and always kept tabs with my dad to check if he has gotten back his reply. So after around 4 to 6 months is when Kamau got his reply, and my dad was able to keep a big envelope that came in, not like now when things are very easy. You can be able to find out if this envelope is coming from America or not. Those days there were no such things. So Kamau came one evening, and my dad had already brought the letter to the house, and Kamau came and he found the letter there, and Kamau proceeded to open it. So Kamau went ahead and opened this letter, and he found a response from America that he has won a green card. Kamau was very, very happy. He has never been happy, because he has always been wanting to come to America, but he had never had an opportunity to come to America. He had people who had traveled those days when he was in school, and they had already come, but he had never had the opportunity. But now this comes an opportunity. Amepata nini? Kwenda ya kujaza green card. Kamau akachukua mapepa, akajaza the green card. He applied the green card, and he sent back the application form to the US. And he waited for a reply, and he got the next letter to his appointment for the interview. And that time, those days, the embassy was in the city center where it was when people came and bombed it. It was in the city center, yeah, the cooperative building. That's where it used to be. So Kamau went to his interview, and the interview went smoothly, and he went and he got his papers, his visa to travel. And to travel, it had a deadline of a few months before it could expire, and Kamau had to beat the deadline, and he was very, very, very excited. I've never seen Kamau excited as he was excited on that day when he received his visa to travel. Fast forward, Kamau now started arranging himself and kujipanga. He went and bought suitcase. He bought everything that he needed. It's like he was being admitted into a high school. You know, he bought everything new shoes, new clothes, a clean shave, warm clothes. Some people were telling him it's very cold, buy clothes. He went to Gekomba. He bought those clothes and some jackets and warm clothes, and you know, preparing himself to come to America. So when he arranged himself to come to America, the tickets were so expensive, and the tickets he could not be able to afford. So he called a few family and friends, and they came and did a harambe for him to be able to travel, because he needed some money for the ticket. And that the ticket, now it was now set for him to leave to go to America on a specific day, and I will never forget. Back when I was young, I used to envy Kamau, because I would imagine America. You're going to America, how America looks. America is nice, the way we see it on the movies. Kamau is going to be having all these nice things, nice house, nice everything. You'll be driving a nice car. So I used to envy Kamau's life, that he's going to America. And I even told him when he comes to America to come and get me, we go back together with him. And yeah, but I would envy Kamau's life. I really, sincerely, I admired Kamau's life, and I knew his life had changed forever. I remember Kamau kept saying, I'm going to America, I'll be driving a big car, I'll be living in a big house, they're going to give me everything that I need, I'm going to have a job, I'm going to go to school, I'm going to get my car and my, everything is set up for me. America what I provide everything for him. So me, I was really envying his life. I was wishing my dad, si ujazi pia wewe twende America tukapewe hizo vitu. Gari sisi tutasoma huko America. We will be having a good life. Tutakuwa na nyumba kubwa kuliko hii. I used to tell my dad twende America, kama uncle used to call him Uncle Kamau, like Uncle Kamau, let's go to America, dad. Let's go to America. My dad used to say, oh, we'll go. So mimi nilikuwa na envy your life ya Kamau kabisa. After he did the harambe, he gathered around 100,000, and 100,000 that time was a lot of money. It's like you are a millionaire. Even those students who used to do harambe those days, and they coming for further studies, yeah, it was really a lot of money then. So Kamau got 100,000. He bought his ticket. I don't know how much he bought his ticket, but he was able to get his ticket. Fast forward, he got a date secured for him to fly out on the day that he was supposed to fly out, and he went back to Ushago. He went and cleared everything with his family, and now his family wanted to escort him. They came on a bus. I remember very well. We went to Kenyatta International Airport, the one in Nairobi, and we met other people from Ushago. And I remember very well, it was at night. Ilikuwa usiku. Those days, somebody flying out, they would fly out at night. The international flights used to go at night. At around saa 4, saa 5. So we went to the airport early at around 7. Because this person is leaving, he's going to America. He's really literally relocating to another country. So fast forward, Kamau went and got to the airport, and his uncle, they came on a bus. And then he went and, he said his goodbyes. There were no restrictions to the airport. You would see him going in and going into the Ket Bay. And he went there, and, he could even see telling us, Kwaherini, bye-bye, tutonana. Oh, and his mom was crying. It was a very emotional time for us to see. So I was enjoying this time to see Kamau go, and I wanted us to follow him. So when Kamau arrived to Texas, that is where he was landing at first checkpoint. After he land, getting into a whole new country. And he doesn't know anybody, he doesn't know anything. The only first person he got was the officer of the immigration, the one he got at the checkpoint. When he arrived at the checkpoint, so the officer is trying to tell him, what is the reason for you to come here? No, me, green card. Where is my car? Where is my house? Where? So Kamau, in his mind, thought that when he applied, the advertisement was saying, work, live, or study in America. Means he's going to get those things. And that is where even me, those days, they used to think, when you come to America, unakuja unapewa kila kitu. The moment you land here, the moment you hit the ground in America, unapewa ati gari, ati unapewa nyumba, unapewa pesa, unapewa everything that you needed. Nobody had explained to Kamau that when you come to America, officer's desk, you have to submit your paperwork from Nairobi, and then you can leave the airport, go wherever you have been going, because they don't care where you're going. You go and you wait for them to mail your stuff to you, your work authorization and your social security, and then you can start hunting for a job. So the officer was really confused with Kamau's behavior. Saying, no. Advertisement say work, my house, and school in America, where the officer was hard time. He even had to get a translator to explain to Kamau, when you come to America, you come and hustle, start from scratch, build your life from there. So after staying for like 2 hours, Kamau, he was seated down somewhere to wait for this translator to come and explain to him. You don't come and you find a limousine waiting for you, find a house waiting for you, getting to school immediately after you learn. And that's where everybody, when we were in Kenya, we used to have a misconception. You get a green card and you come and you get to live in America for free. But that is where we didn't know. Even today, people are lied. You come and get everything laid on the silver platter. But that's not the case. That's not the case. And when people used to come as students, they used to be lied to that you come to America on a scholarship, you get everything done for you. What they did not tell you is, when you get a scholarship, there are some payments that you make, charges that you pay, there are some things that you buy, like books, hostel, where what you'll be eating, that is up to you. When they give you the scholarship for you to come to school and do your study, no strings attached. Even right now, some people are still lied to that when you come to America, everything is smooth. Nowadays, people are coming with visitors visa. Wanakuja wana hiyo unakuja America, unapata kila kitu iko lined up for you. Do your due diligence before you even travel to any country. Back to our story about Kamau. Kamau alishikwa na culture shock. Kwa sababu now this person who was talking Kikuyu to him, who is translating, telling him that wamekupatia opportunity ya kupata green card, then you come and hustle. Kamau and get. Was very disappointed. Really disappointed, because he had never thought that ati hakuna gari, ati he has to start hustling for himself. He has to even wait for like a month to get his work permit and his social security so that he'll be able to start working. Kamau was stranded. So Kamau didn't know where to go. Kamau didn't have anywhere to live. He didn't have somebody to host him. So Kamau had to be put up in a shelter to be able to figure out how to settle him down. It's kind of like looking like he's gone crazy. I'm a teasy. A big disappointment and a big shock, culture shock that caught him. Alienda akachukuliwa na family kukaa kwa shelter for like a few days, but a green card yake, like the work authorization, a green card. After five years akakuwa citizen. Kamau alioa mzungu. I wish I can show you Kamau's photos, because Kamau, hiyo story anatupatianga tunaanguka, because that story is true, like a true story. He is a person who can explain to you the process, how it all went down for him when he arrived here. So that is a story for today about Kamau coming to America. So we'll see you tomorrow for another story. Okay? Got it? All right. So tip number 1. The blame, where unashinda ukiblame ni serikali, serikali ilifanya, sijui my parents hawakunifanyia, it's somebody else's fault. Blaming. If you want to become rich, you have to stop blaming people.